Hi everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. I thought about today discussing the Avery Johnson commitment, but we have tons of that coverage at GoPowercat.com for Kansas State fans as they pick up a 4-star quarterback commitment in the 23 recruiting class. But there's some big happenings going on in conference realignment as a lot of pieces now, as we're on this side of the 4th of July weekend, are beginning to move around. And here is what I learned on Tuesday, a very eventful day kind of behind the scenes. Number one, it does not sound as if the Big Ten is seriously considering Oregon and Washington at this point. And of course, we all kind of expected that. And I think it sounds like the Big Ten might be tapping the brakes a little bit. I think maybe Fox got a little bit more pushback than they expected from the addition of USC and UCLA. And now they're going to kind of pause and see what happens now that the Big Ten is at 16 schools. In turn, the Big 12 began talking to Oregon and Washington on top of the 4 Pac-12 teams we've already identified as potential Big 12 members: Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, and former Big 12 member Colorado. Taking 6 out of the Pac-12 would absolutely decimate the conference, but it also would put the Big 12 in a very interesting mathematical situation. You would suddenly, with BYU, have 7 teams out west, and you would be looking at an 18-team conference, which is not a great number to be at if you're a conference. However, the Big 12 might not be done in terms of losing schools. Something interesting going on the other side of the nation is the fact that Notre Dame may no longer be seriously considering the Big Ten, or maybe they never were. Maybe it was always a dream of the Big Ten to have them, but there seems to be some underlying objections that the Irish have to joining the Big Ten, and that's why they've been affiliated with the ACC for years. It does sound like maybe, just maybe, Notre Dame football, along with the rest of the sports that already compete in the ACC, might be going into that league. And that would mean the ACC is at an uneven number, and guess who would probably be the balancing team to join the ACC? That'd be West Virginia out of the Big 12. And if you're following along, the Big 12 just added Cincinnati and Central Florida from the Eastern Time Zone to get West Virginia off an island. Very intriguing things going on in conference realignment. We will continue to monitor them at GoPowercat.com. We'll see if the Big 12 becomes the Big 16, the Big 18, the Big 17. It's very confusing. We'll talk to you later with more information.